Day 38 of my journey, for real this time. I went through a small cave system that had a bunch of statues that spat out petrifying spitball type things. It was very dreadful to get through that place. And strangely enough, there was a trio of grave robbers at the end of it. One of them had Lucatiel's mask, and another one was wearing full Havel armor. I don't know what their deal was, but I went through them just like all the others. And now all I got left is whatever awaits me at the end of this here cave. What's going on there, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. My name is Azurblade, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Today we're going to be finishing the Sunken King DLC, and this is the final boss, actually. Now, normally I don't do this, but I'm going to be quiet for this part, because the boss theme for this is so magnificent, and you guys deserve to hear the first 20 or so seconds of it, so I'm going to be quiet for this. Oh, right, he's actually going to emerge first. You just walk on forward, and here he is, up ahead. I love this song so much. It's so good. And you better believe I'm going to be linking this song at the end of this video. It'll be in the description if you want to listen to it for yourself. But this is it, folks. This is the final boss of the Sunken King DLC, and it is against Sinh the Slumbering Dragon. Now, this guy has a bit of a mixed reputation. A lot of people don't like this fight because he spends a lot of time in the air. Me, personally, I don't mind it all that much. I'm gonna take a double sip of the old flask. Oh, right, he inflicts toxic damage, so you gotta be careful of that. So yeah, you have yourselves a poisoned dragon, and with this incredible music. I love this fight. It's not the best dragon fight in the series, but it is the best one in this game, for sure. And yeah, this is Sinh the Slumbering Dragon. And this guy's lore is really cool, because you've no doubt noticed that gigantic spear jutting out of his chest. So, from what I remember of this guy's lore, this dragon actually used to be peaceful for the most part, but then Sir Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights came down here to slay this dragon, and Sir Jorg pierced Sinh with his spear, and you can see it right there, and him doing that inadvertently doomed the city because all the poison that Sinh had in his body was released because of that spear. So, yeah, Sinh accidentally poisoned this entire city because of a few knights that decided they wanted to experience the glory of killing a dragon. But they chose possibly one of the worst dragons to attempt that on. So now it falls to us to bring this dragon down and prevent his poison from spreading further. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. And It's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Dark Souls 2, like I said, is a very bipolar game, and it's got some really bad low points, but its high points, when the game shines, it freaking shines like a bright star. It's incredible. And I can get behind this fight. I actually like the fact that he doesn't just stand around and not just let you wail on him. Because what dragon realistically is gonna not use his wings to fly and try and take you out? I think this is a good dragon fight if you can get past how much he flies. And even then, I've heard people saying stories of how this guy would spend a couple minutes in the air at any given time. I don't know if he can ever do that, but in my experience, he doesn't ever do that. So this is just me speaking from my personal experiences when I say he's a fun fight. Because there's much worse dragon fights in this series. Hell, the Ancient Dragon is one such fight. I made that fight look a lot easier than most other people do, but I still think that's not a very good fight. This is a much better fight. And it's also way better than the Guardian Dragon as well. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, no. Nice try. Okay, come here. Nice. Got some good damage in. Uh-oh. So yeah, if you want to fight this dragon with, well, not with little difficulty, but if you want your life to be a lot easier, it's a good idea to have dragon charms. Or just anything that reduces poison buildup in general. Because, yeah, this guy inflicts toxic damage, so you gotta take care of that immediately upon it proccing, otherwise you're gonna be in big trouble. Okay, now you're actually starting to fly quite a bit. But it's moments like this that still hit me. I guess I dodged too early. Let's hit him with a Sunlight Spear. I don't want to cheese him with lightning all that much. That's the one attack I don't know how to dodge. So that's unfortunate. And he landed right here. Ow! Okay, what's he doing? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a life gem. Oh, he's swooping down again. No problem. Now, oh, now you're starting to jump in the air a bunch. Okay. But I can get 2 free hits in on him. Oh, I'm out of spells. Okay, no, I'm not. Let's pop a life gem just to be safe. Get away from me! Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, no, not the toxic. Okay, Dragon Charm, go. Okay, good. That was good timing on my part. Okay. Oh, where do you think you're going? Oh, he's so close to death! Oh, no! Okay, get up. Come here. Uh-oh. No! Ugh! Goodbye, Sin. I love your boss fight so much, even if you do fly a little too much sometimes. And what do you get? Well, you get this glowing thing over here. Crown of the Sunken King. There we go. And we also got Yorg's Ring. A faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. Let's see, what's Yorg's Ring? Sometimes deflects spells. Ring of Sir Yorg, who sought the blood of a dragon and invaded Shulva, can deflect spells. When Sir Yorg faced Sin, the slumbering dragon, he drew blood with a flash of his steel, but Sin responded by spewing forth the poison that had long brewed within him, blanketing the city in a miasmic cloud. So yeah, poor Sin was just minding his own business, and then here comes Sir Yorg just impaling him with that spear. Let's see, there it is. Soul of Sin the dragon who sleeps in the lowermost depths of this land. The king erected a magnificent city, and the dragon slept soundly, until Sir Yorg disrupted it with a single great strike, and the dragon could... Sorry about that, there was an interruption in the middle of recording. Let me see. The king erected a magnificent city, and the dragon slept soundly, until Sir Yorg disrupted it with a simple great strike, and the dragon could bear its store of poison no longer. The reign of death toppled the city, but restored the dragon's purity. Yep. So that's fun. Now, let's go see what this soul item gives, because I don't remember. Okay, I went to Strayed and it didn't have anything there, so evidently it's over here you gotta go. Let's see here. Yorg's Spear. Spear wielded by Sir Yorg during his invasion of the Sanctum City. After his defeat of the Sunken King, Sir Yorg pierced Sin the Slumbering Dragon with the spear to claim his blood. But Sin immediately awoke, spewing a poisonous fog that blanketed the city in death, and Sir Yorg disappeared into the Eternal Sanctum. You need 25 dexterity and 30 strength to use it, but it is a pretty decent spear from what I remember, but I don't use spears, so that's not for me. And the Wrathful Axe for Soul of Alana, Squalid Queen. An armament forged from the Soul of Alana, Child of Dark. Use strong attack to unleash latent power. When the abyss dissipated, the things that called it home were fragmented and scattered across the realm. Eventually, those pieces regained form in ways that hinted at humanity's true nature. Some neat lore there. Now, let's go level up, because I got a bunch of souls and I'd hate to lose them. Hello again, Vendrick. I have conquered the first of 3 DLCs. Do you have any new dialogue for me?
Seeker of fire, deliverer of crowns. What do you see in the flames? Find the crowns and your own answers. The crowns hold the strength of lords from times long past. Seek adversity as befits you, seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. I am no king. I am more fit to be a jester. I was unaware of my own blindness. We are feeble vessels, with feebler souls. We would cast aside the prop of life, only to face greater hardship. Are you another such fool? Or something more? I fail to see your design, young moth. But I see very little these days.
Okay, that's all your dialogue. That's interesting that he actually had something new to say. I've never bothered to talk to him after completing a DLC, so that's cool. Or maybe that's just his dialogue if you access a DLC. Let's find out. I'm gonna go talk to him again. Okay, he doesn't have anything new to say. But before I go, let's read up on the Crown of the Sunken King. Crown of the Sunken King who once ruled this land. The king erected the eternal sanctum below the earth to worship the great dragon, but the towering bulwark crumbled with the city shortly after the dragon's awakening. But these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. So you're probably wondering where I gotta go next. And the answer to that question, my friend, is Cardinal Tower, if you can believe it or not. Because there's one more place in this area that I have not explored. And it's time to finally see that place. I have purposely put this off for the entire game because the enemies I'm about to fight are absolutely ridiculous. And you can fight them at the very beginning of the game if you're so inclined, but generally speaking, I wouldn't do it. I would wait until the very end of the game to do this because these salamanders are not fun to fight. Look at how much HP they've got. I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad at damage. But they do that. And you also got to keep in mind, I'm wearing Vengarl's armor, which is a very good set of armor for physical defense. These things are extremely annoying. Ow! And they could also shoot fireballs at you as well, so these salamanders are not fun to fight. So what I like doing is fighting them one at a time for obvious reasons. And thankfully they're decently weak to lightning. And now we got this jerk over here. So let's take care of him next with Sunlight Spear. Now that their orange underbelly is a good I almost said weak point again. It's a good weak point. The problem is that they have a lot of attacks that break your poise, so casting is not the easiest thing to do against them. And to top it all off, they drop frick all when it comes to souls, so overall, these guys just suck. I think they should drop at least 5,000, considering how insane they are. And here's what I went down here for. The heavy iron key. And then there's the Rebel's Great Shield, which, I mean, that's I guess. Let's see, where is it? Rebel's Great Shield. Shield of the Rebel Rame. Rame and Velstadt were known as the left and right arms of the king, until their wills clashed and Rame was deemed a traitor. The Black Raven is despised as an augur of death, but it was Rame's favorite bird. Interesting. Interestingly enough, for a Great Shield, its defenses aren't all that great. It has 70 physical negation, which, I mean, that's but where it really shines is its elemental defenses, which the lowest one is 85, which that's pretty freaking good. So yeah, you want to use this shield to block spells rather than physical attacks. It's a very unusual choice, but it is very helpful. You could use it against the Ancient Dragon if you're struggling to avoid his flames, I suppose. Or even against these things. And let's bring him down. Nice. And now, oh, there's one more. Okay, then I'm going to use a Wilted Dusker because I have so many of these things. And sure, why not? I'll use a Dried Root. And yeah, it restores HP over a long period of time, but it's very slow. So what I would do with that thing is use it alongside a life gem. Okay, now hit him with a Sunlight Spear right in the weak spot. Yeah, look, over 2,000 damage. It's very good stuff. And yaw! Down he goes. And now we can get this treasure chest down here, as well as these items. So what do we got in here? But the Flame Quartz Ring +1. Yeah, they put that down here. Not cool, developers. Okay, got Fire Drake Stone, and over here we got the Hawk Ring. Now the Hawk Ring is pretty interesting. Let's see, where is it? Hawk Ring, where is Hawk Ring? There it is. Extends the range of arrows. A ring graced with the engraving of a hawk. Extends the range of arrows. Blue-eyed Durgo, the nomadic bowman, had many a valiant victory in battle, half owing to the boon of this ring. So you could use this ring for Shrine of Amana if you're an archer, so there you go. Now that I've got the Old Iron Key, I think it was called, now let's go to the next DLC. And this is where you gotta go to access the second DLC. Ah, doesn't this place bring back awful memories? I remember when the Old Iron King killed me here like 8 times because I wanted to get his miracle in New Game Plus. That was a rough time. But yeah, you go down here, past the Primal Bonfire, over this way, and here's the next snake statue thing. What? Oh yeah, forbidden is the path to the Ancient King's domain. With water dry and path amiss, woeful temptation is dismissed. In the Tower of the Old Iron King resides a child of dark. Seriously, what are these snake statue things, though? I've always wondered that. Oh well. It's not that important. And here we are in the second DLC. This sign written here is being channeled from somewhere far away. Yup. And in here is another sign, which says the same thing. I don't know the purpose of those signs, to be honest. But now it's time to access DLC number 2. Let's do this thing. Open that heavy-looking door. And Already we got ourselves an elevator, so let's go up this thing. And stay away from the gears turning. That is a safety hazard right there. That, all it's gonna take is one idiot not paying attention, and they're gonna step on that as those gears turn, and they're gonna lose their foot. Welcome to the second DLC, everybody. Let's just take a moment to admire this view real quick. There's a lot that we're gonna be doing here. It doesn't look very friendly, does it? So, let's do this thing. Now, the first thing you want to do is go over here and grab this item. 6 smelter wedges. And you gotta run across this gigantic chain. Which, yeah, me personally, I would not have the courage to even think of trying this. It would be practically impossible to get across this thing safely. But this is Dark Souls, so that doesn't matter. Welcome to Broom Tower. But I'm going to end it here. Next time on Dark Souls 2, we will begin the second DLC. See you guys next time. Take care, everyone.